Hey everybody, it's me, Dr. Fuck from Thrash with another exciting Viera Vault review. And this week I'm going to go into an album that I had when it first came out. And they became a really big band, but I was into them way before they were huge. I am talking about the very first album from Def Leppard. This one's called On Through the Night. On Through the Night, recorded in 1979 but released May 14th, 1980. Most of these songs on here are re-recordings from the Def Leppard EP, and then there was an album that was later released called First Strike that was unauthorized that had a bunch of early versions of these songs. And there was a kind of like, I think it's a bootleg called War Child that had a couple songs, and it also had all those releases had songs that didn't appear on this album. And when I'm done with this review, I'm going to mention all those songs that did not appear on the album but are on those releases. So they were all teenagers at this time, I believe. All of them. Rick Allen, I think, was even like 17 or something, and it looks like it. But they are so good on here, and this is what pretty much opened the door for me with the British new wave of heavy metal, because this is the first one I heard. Because after this, I heard Iron Maiden and Saxon and Raven and stuff that were, you know, part of it. But they were a part of it, even though Joe Elliott doesn't want to have anything to do with heavy metal. But this album is metal. It's kind of got like, you know, it's got the British heavy metal sound, but it also has kind of Sweet, you know, the band Sweet on here. A little glammy kind of vocal, the old school 70s glam, by the way. This doesn't sound like Poison. And it's a cool album, man, and it brings like the lyrics, it brings the lyrics inside, and this picture here. I've had this since 1980. This may be, this ain't the one I bought in 1980, because the one I bought in 1980, which I still have, is so worn out and fucked up. I ended up buying it again. I found it in pretty good condition, so I bought it again. I love the hell out of this album, though Def Leppard doesn't, because they barely ever play anything off it, and if they do, it's wasted. I don't think they've ever done anything off here since the Pyromania album. When I saw the Pyromania tour, they only played Rock Brigade and Wasted, and all the rest of these songs they don't play. But oddly enough, there's a B-side from this album, from the song Hello America, that they actually did play recently in Las Vegas, and it's on that DVD they released, I think Hysteria in Las Vegas or some shit. They actually played the B-side, which is called Good Morning Freedom, which not a lot of people know about. And in my opinion, they did a really shitty job. The B-side from this version fucking smokes. To me, it's all about Pete Willis, the Pete Willis era of Def Leppard, okay? I like Pyromania, don't get me wrong, but Pyromania still had Pete Willis's input, and he did play on some of it. So, you know, he was kicked out, and Phil Collins came in to finish the album, but he had a lot to do with Pyromania. After that, and I know this is going to sound harsh, but I mean, I know it sounds harsh, but it's the truth. I prefer 10-armed Def Leppard, okay? So let's get into the album, man. This is track 1. Rock Brigade. This was actually the first song I ever heard from Def Leppard, and it was on the radio. I heard Rock Brigade and I fucking freaked out. This was, you know, I was 14, 15 years old, and I was like, ooh, this rocks, man. I gotta go run out and get this. And did find the album pretty quick after that. And this one started the whole ball of wax for me. I just loved the hell out of Rock Brigade. And yes, like I said earlier, I was lucky enough to see them play this once when I saw the Pyromania tour. No, actually, I saw them do it twice, because I did see them on the High and Dry tour opening for Ozzy Osbourne when Ozzy had Randy Rhoads in the band. Yes, I did get to see Randy Rhoads, and I was all the way front row on Randy Rhoads' side, and on Pete Willis' side, because Pete Willis stood on the same side of the stage, and I was all the way up front, and I was front row for Pete Willis led Def Leppard and Randy Rhoads with Ozzy. Amazing. So this kicked ass. I loved it. And check out this killer footage of Rock Brigade that didn't come, that showed up on YouTube a few years back. This footage was actually released by, I believe, the guy that had something to do with this video shoot. And look at what Rick Savage is wearing. I think that's the same shirt that was in that Seinfeld episode, the puffy shirt. I think it's the same one. Anyway, I love the fact that there's video footage of this and Wasted, which I'll show when I talk about Wasted. All right, guys, next track.
Hello America, hello America, hello America, hello America.
Hello America. I like this song too. This song they got a lot of shit for, I've read, from England, saying that this song is them just trying to, you know, kiss ass to America, to make it America, kind of leaving the UK behind, and which I understand back then they weren't really popular in England. You know, they were not really respected in England. I believe even during Pyromania, when they blew up in the US, England didn't like them that much. I think, you know, but now I believe around Hysteria, around that time, England embraced them. But that's when I let go of them, when England embraced them. I prefer the first three albums, as I said before. Hello America, cool tune, poppy, good shit. I dig it. I guess because I'm from America. Next track. Sorrow is a Woman. This song also appears on the First Strike EP, and also, yeah, I think it's just on the First Strike on EP, and of course that's an early version. This one is the one I'm more into. It's kind of it is a ballad, but it's a beautiful ballad, and it has some insane guitar work in the middle. Twin guitar attack from Pete Willis and Steve Clark. Cool shit. It's like a power ballad before there were power ballads. I like Sorrow's a Woman. Good stuff. I like every song on this album. Let's go to the next song that I'm sure I like. It Could Be You. This one's the fast, hard rockin' riffomania song all over the place. Probably my favorite track off the album. Not my favorite, but damn close. It Could Be You kicks ass. This one is totally new wave of British heavy metal stamped all over this one. Great riffing, and just love the hell out of this song. It Could Be You kicks much ass. I love it. Let's go to the next one. Satellite. This one, again, I love this song. I love that part where he says, me and you rendezvous, that little guitar sound, like kick. You guys know what I'm talking about? If you own this album, you do. That's my favorite part of the song. I love Satellite. Probably, yeah, another one of my favorite tracks on this album. It just fucking rules. Let's go to the next one. When the Walls Come Tumbling Down. This one is a kind of like an epic one to close side one. The beginning of the song, it has what's this guy's name? Dave Cousins, who I don't know who he is. He does a little voiceover in the beginning. Man, whatever he says. Some said it was the aftermath of the radiant bomb. You know, that guy. And then it goes into, like, you know, a little mellow, then it gets really heavy, and it's very apocalyptic, you know, talking about, like, you know, the killing of, slaughtering of people, and, you know, it's a pretty apocalyptic song, and it's pretty kick-ass, I think. Great song, man. Very, lyrics are kind of, I'm sure a lot of people think they're cheesy and stuff, but, man, I think it's pretty damn good for a bunch of teenagers writing a song like this. And it's very metal, man, a very metal subject. The apocalypse, I guess. Let's go to the next one. Ah yes, the one everybody loves off the album. A lot of people that don't like this album still love Wasted. Wasted is a classic song, which I saw him do live, again, with Ozzy and the Pyromania tour. It kicked ass when seeing them play this live. And then I went to go see the Hysteria tour, and they didn't play Wasted. Actually, they didn't play anything off of Onto the Night, and that was the very last time I saw Def Leppard. Def Leppard is actually coming here in a week or two. They're actually playing with Kiss, but I'm not going to that shit. Because number one, I know they're not going to play anything I like, and if they do, it's not with Pete Willis or Steve Clark, so fuck it. And I ain't even going to get into that band that has Cheater Chris and Fake Freely. Fuck that tour. I ain't going to that shit. But Wasted, again, great fucking song off a great fucking album, leading off track side 2. Let's go to the next one. Rocks Off. This was originally called Get Ya Rocks Off. That's on the EP, the Def Leppard EP, which I will talk about when I'm done with this album. This one's just called Rocks Off, and it's very blatantly, you can tell it's a fake audience noise going on. It's a studio recording. I love this song, but I gotta say, out of every song on the album, this will be my least favorite, but it rocks almost harder than all of them. Go figure, but I love it. I love more of the instrumentation of this song. Like the middle part, you know, with the drums and, you know, I just love when the solo section more than actually the verse and chorus, which is not good, not bad, but you know, again, probably my least favorite, but it rocks hard as fuck, man. Let's go to the next one. It Don't Matter is so fucking catchy. I love this song, and I don't know if they've ever played it live. I think they have. I think I may have a live recording of this. It's a great song. I like it more than Get Your Rocks Off. And it's a good melody and good, and you know, it has that heavy punch to it with the killer drum fills in between the chorus. And It Don't Matter is fucking awesome. I love this song. Let's go to the next one. Answer to the Master. Oh, you know, when I said earlier it could be used, my favorite track, I thought of Answer to the Master and said, nah, man. I think Answer to the Master is my favorite track. This one is fucking epic, and it has my favorite guitar solo on the album. The part where they're just both like, you know, the part I'm talking about is just fucking killer ripping from both Pete Willis and Steve Clark. Awesome song. Yeah, I would have to say it's my favorite song off the album, along with It Could Be You. It's a shame I never seen them play this song or It Could Be You ever live. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we close off the album with Overture. I have like 5 versions of this song. This song was on the EP, the Def Leppard EP. I also have the demo version, and then there's a version on First Strike, I think, and 2 versions of this on that bootleg War Child. But I prefer this version, the On Through the Night, maybe because I heard it first. A long song, very epic. Starts almost like the beginning kind of reminds me a little bit of More Than a Feeling from Austin. You know, musically, it fades in like More Than a Feeling, and then, you know, and with this message I bring to you. I think it's very catchy and killer, and it's a killer fucking song, man. And that is the end of On Through the Night, but let's talk about the B-side I was talking about earlier. Man, does this song fucking rule. Good Morning Freedom. I love the hell out of this song. The B-side to Hello America, and as I said earlier, it was performed live just recently in Las Vegas. They actually threw this out, which is weird, because I know a lot of people that are into Def Leppard, like the early Def Leppard, and they never heard Good Morning Freedom, including me. The first time I heard Good Morning Freedom was many years after I heard On Through the Night. Was I got a bootleg cassette of Def Leppard live, and at the very end of the show, the guy tacked on Good Morning Freedom at the end, and this was before the internet, and I was like, man, this song rules. And for the longest time, I thought the name of the song was Rainbow's End, because he says it a lot during the chorus, Rainbow's End, but it's actually called Good Morning Freedom. And oh man, it's like one of my all-time favorite Def Leppard songs. It just rocks, beginning to end, kick-ass shit. And that is my review of Def Leppard's On Through the Night. But I have here notes, and I have them all on CD, not original versions, but look at all these songs. These are extra songs. Most of them appeared on the album, and I'm going to go through it, but I'm going to show you what the EP looked like. That's the Def Leppard EP. On this one was 3 songs, which Get Your Rocks Off, which we already heard, and also Overtures on this one. And also this fucking killer song's on here that wasn't released on the album. Ride Into the Sun. This one was later re-recorded for Hysteria. I think it was the B-side for the song Hysteria, which had piano played by Ian Hunter, and they just changed it around. And I know they you know, the original version, this one you're listening to now, which I like more, has Pete Willis credited as writing it, as well as I think Joe Elliott and Rick Savage. But on the re-recorded version, they don't credit Pete Willis. But this version's superior. But I gotta admit, as much as I hate Hysteria, I did dig the B-side to Ride Into the Sun. And I also dug the B-side, that B-side song called Tear It Down. Both those songs are better than everything off Hysteria, in my opinion. Alright, so that's the EP. And next was the album First Strike. I remember seeing this album, First Strike, in stores back in '85. And I should have picked it up then, because it's really expensive on eBay now. And it was released without the band's consent, and they took it to court and they won, so all these albums were no longer available for sale. And you know, I'll read off the songs that are on here that made it to On Through the Night, and then I'll talk about the songs that are not on Through the Night. So on this one we have Answer to the Master. Again, different versions. All these are different versions than On Through the Night. When the Walls Come Tumbling Down, which starts without the spoken word. Wasted, and Sorrow Is a Woman. So I'm going to go through the 3 tracks that did not appear on the album, starting with this one. Heat Street, which actually starts off the First Strike album. This one's kind of like, I can kind of understand how this one didn't make the final cut. It's nothing really to write home about, but it's not really bad. It's an okay song, but you know, it's like whatever, you know, it's kind of like whatever, like this song too. See the Light is kind of like whatever too. I'm not really fond of this one that much. But it's, again, it's not bad, but you know, it kind of screams filler to me, even though I'm sure it wasn't a filler. It was one of their earlier tracks. I'm sure they were proud of it back then. But whatever. And then there's the song that ends the album. Glad I'm Alive. Now this one I really like. I actually like, there's a live version. I think it's called BBC, Live on BBC, where they open the show with this one. I prefer the live version more than this one, but this song kicks ass. And how it didn't make the On Through the Night, I don't know. But you know, then again, On Through the Night, all the songs are good. But Glad I'm Alive is a really good tune. I really like this one. Standout track, probably my favorite of all the unreleased tracks. And then there's the bootleg of the album called War Child. Now War Child actually also has Glad I'm Alive, Hello America, When the Walls Come Tumbling Down, Overture, Get Your Rocks Off, Wasted, See the Light, and a demo version of Overture and demo version of Wasted. But the songs that didn't make the album are like this one. Tomorrow Seems Like Yesterday. Now this one, you can tell it turned into Sorrow Is a Woman. It sounds a lot like Sorrow Is a Woman to me, but yeah, it takes a couple little twists and turns there. But I think they reworked this into Sorrow Is a Woman. I like it. I just like Sorrow Is a Woman more. Next track. Alright, the title track to this fucking bootleg, War Child, which has a killer, almost like, you know, kick-ass UFO Michael Schenker type riff. I love War Child. It's heavy. It's more heavier. The riff is heavier than most Def Leppard songs. I dig this one. War Child is pretty damn cool. Let's go to the next one. Beyond the Temple is like whatever. It doesn't blow my mind, but I don't hate it either. Again, it's cool to have Def Leppard with Pete Willis Oddity. It's pretty cool to have. And then there's an unreleased song that's on this Reading Festival. It's this one. Yeah, this song's called Medicine Man. And it's from a tape I got back in the 80s, Def Leppard live at the Reading Festival during the On Through the Night, and you can hear the beginning. It's totally, they used it later for Rock Rock to Drop. I guess I like Rock Rock more, but I really dig Medicine Man. What a great song. So that's it, my friends. That's my review of Def Leppard. But I am going to be, my next episode, I'm going to touch upon my favorite Def Leppard album. Because I think, why should I discuss On Through the Night and not this one? But I think this one is so different. It's a departure from this one that I just wanted to touch upon this album and all the songs that came before it. So, next week I'm going to review more songs that Joe Elliott doesn't like in my part 2 of Def Leppard. See you then.